All right. So my name is Mr. Obi. I'm the head coach of $1 Million Circle. Our vision is simple. We want to raise um, a lot of people who will earn $1 million in the next 12 months. And we found a vehicle that would help us achieve that vision, that goal. I want to welcome everyone that is joining us today from all over the world, Nigeria, Ghana, Kenya, South Africa, Dubai. Wherever you are joining us from, you're welcome. Um, you're welcome to Teacher. Right. 2 years back, I still remember in my secondary school days, we had robots, and but we never thought it would really come to be the way we are seeing it today. Most of the robots we knew then they were more like the toys. Then there were a few companies in the world then that actually have robots working in the factory. And even at that time, we only saw that robots just work in factories. Nobody was really thinking about really having robots even in your house. All right, but fast forward 20 years after then, 30 years after then, we now see robots everywhere. Okay, there are robots that wash dishes, robots that cook, even human robots that actually have a conversation with you. Technology has just gone fast, and most of us believe we have the robot. Okay, there is a robot. It's a vacuum cleaner. Just press it on and clean the whole house. Man. Very interesting thing and gadgets, very simple, handy. Okay, and some people have already said that in the nearest, would I say the nearest future? I think now because it's no longer in the nearest future. It's right now. All right, there are you definitely do everything with robots. Now let me tell this. For those of you that have been to China, there's a hotel in China that is fully automated. I mean, you barely, you know, get in touch, contact with human beings to serve you. Everything, has been programmed, robotics. The whole place is fully robotic. Serve, you have robot that serve you. Anything, laundry, you just press one button, robot to come, put your clothes, wash it. Very interesting. I'm telling you, in China, it's already there. I would call the owner. So the owner is the person that you already know. Yes, that person you're thinking about. Yeah, you can go and Google it. Right? He's the owner of the hotel in China. Very interesting, beautiful hotel. Beautiful place. Right? So the future is already here. Now, many of us have never thought that it's also possible that robots would make money for you. So if you believe in robots, that virtual robots can do most of the things you do right now, also believe that robots can also make money for you. There's a video I watched some months ago. I started watching the video during during the COVID. Okay, it was used during the COVID era. Like lockdown, we were all indoors. That was when I saw the video, and that was when the video was actually produced. And later I have to watch it over and over again. And the title of the video, The Lazy Generation. Funny, interesting. I'm telling you, the lazy generation. That thing actually captivated my mind. I was like, and eventually, watch the video. We are coming to a generation that are lazy. Fortunately, it's a kind of a positive laziness in the sense that a lot of things you do, you won't do them. And the things that will really give you money is what really makes you a human being. I mean, you will no longer need to work the kind of work you're working today to make money. You now enjoy to make money. Funny, right? I wish you go to YouTube and type that title, the lazy generation. You will see the video. I don't know whether there are other videos about the lazy generation, but I'm telling you, very interesting. But that reminds me of something. It reminds me of what we are talking about today. Robots can actually help you make money. All right. And that's exactly the conversation we want to have today. And so we're talking about the name of the robot is Royal Q, developed by Royal Q International. But before then, there is an application of this product to everybody actually enjoys application. It's across board. You don't need to do anything for you to or enjoy the benefits. It's just there. The only thing is for you to be aware and keep to the rules, the principles that guide it. Now, that time I was talking about the laws of wealth, the laws of money. And I told us there are different laws of money. And if you know these laws, okay, then you are 100% sure you're going to be wealthy before you leave the planet Earth, except if natural disaster or God intervenes and says you. I don't know if God will do that. Say you will never be wealthy. I don't know. But apart from that, if you keep to these laws, and I believe that these laws were made by God, but discovered by men, all right, to make man wealthy. And we discussed one of them, and today we'll be talking about one of them. And at the end, we're going to apply it to this discussion tonight, right? And that is the law of compounded interest, right? If you're a banker, you already know about it. If you read business administration, you already know about the law. If you are a businessman and you are vast in your business, you are vast in learning, attending lectures, you would have come across the law of compounding interest. Maybe if you attend one of those business sections, right? If you went to any business school, you already know about that. So if you know about law of compounding interest, just slide to the chat box and say, yes, I just type it. I may allow you to say something, okay? This is actually going to be an interesting class. I promise you that. If you know about law of compounding interest, just go to the chat section and type yes. Type yes, yes. Just type yes, I know. And if you're a banker, good. If you're a banker, say I'm a banker, or you are into finance, just type it. I know why I'm asking this. So when professionals talk, people pay more attention. All right, yeah, Mr. Daniel, as I know you, but I know you know that. But let's wait and see if we have an accountant or a financial expert in the house who would. Oh, wow, good. I'm gonna unmute you, Mr. Michael, and just briefly explain in simple language what the law of compound interest is. Okay, so let me touch Mr. Michael and unmute him. He's going to talk to us. At times when I talk, people think I just create things and just talk about it. At least they are not real. But I think good. Mr. Michael Laser, please unmute yourself. Just tell us, talk to the house about compounding interest. Tell us, in simple terms, layman's language, so that everybody will understand, because we have all categories of people here, professionals here in the house. Just tell us briefly what the law of compounding interest, how it works, briefly.
Yes, good evening. Actually,
good evening, sir.
Compound interest. We use the present value of money to compound the future value of money, like a form of annuity. You add interest to it. Let's say a quarterly interest rate. It can be 0.5%. So if you add the interest to the principal for 1 quarter, it gives you a total sum. The next quarter again, the interest plus the principal, you add another 0.5% into it. That is the way it goes on and on. For example, if you invest and say, let it mature in the next 10 years, it will assist maybe up to 4 times. It will even quadruple, depending on the quantity, amount of money that you have invested. If you invest a large sum of money, you get back a large sum in return. So that is the way it works. If you invest a little sum of money, it will give you back a little sum of money in return. So compound interest is a very good way of investing for the future. using the present value of money.
Wow, thank you. Thank you very much. You use perfect business language, right? If you're not into business, you may not know what I mean. You were talking about principal, and some people think you are talking about secondary school principal. You're actually talking about your capital. I think that's the language we understand. Your capital, your capital. And when you said I said, wow, people will not understand that word. All right. But I think a very simple thing. I want to allow Osas. Yes, Osas is, I've known him. He's not in finance, but he may use a layman's language. So Osas, I will unmute you. I want you to say something about, what you know about the compound interest. Osas, you're on.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Yeah, good evening.
First, before I will use the word compound, it's like I want to try and use another word that will make us like understand what the opposite is. When we say something is compounded, then it means the thing is not simple. So the opposite of compound is simple. Now there is simple interest and there is compound interest. When a business is giving you 10%, for instance, let's say they are going to give you 10% per month for 1 year. If it is a simple interest, it means that you are going to get 120% of your initial capital at the end of the year. That is a simple interest. But for compound interest, it means that for the first month, your 10% is going to be added to your initial capital. Let's say you invested 100,000 naira, your capital by the second month will now be 110,000 naira. So your profit for the second month, it's going to be 10,000 and it's going to be 11,000 naira. So they will add the 11,000 naira to your 110,000 naira, making 121,000 naira. So the capital it's increasing by the interest every month. So that is what compounding interest is. It means that the interest today is going to be compounded with your initial capital to make another capital that is going to start from the next month. So when it keeps compounding like that, it means your interest will be increasing every month. I got 10,000 naira this month. I will not get 10,000 naira next month because my capital is no longer 100,000, it's now 110,000. So I will now get 11,000. The other month, I will no longer get 11,000. My capital now has increased to 121,000. So I'm going to get about, I think that will be about 12,100. No, it keeps going like that. Thank you, sir.
Beautiful, beautiful. Yeah, that's layman's language. I'm telling you, if you don't understand this particular explanation, I don't know how to help you anymore. But what we are trying to say is this, that compounding interest is a law that would help you to create wealth in the future. Because at the end of what we are talking about securing a future financial freedom. We are not just talking about today. Now, for those of you who, like me, who want to retire early and retire wealthy, okay, you need to start thinking about compounding interest. If you have never done any business that compounds or any investment, you need to start thinking about it right now. And the good news is that what we're going to discuss tonight actually does it seamlessly and will give you a return on investment that you can never find anywhere. Remember, I've always thought of, we are in a generation where it is easier to make money now than ever. I've never seen a new generation like our generation. I'm telling you the truth. I have never seen it. And we're not talking about making money illegally. That's what we're talking about. I'm making it legally. You know what? Sorry, I'll digress a little. You know that if you can invest 1 year, okay, creating videos and post them on YouTube and follow some little guidelines, having somebody who will mentor you. In the next 1 to 2 years, you're already a millionaire. Doing what? Posting videos on YouTube. It's simple. I mean, it's as simple as I've said it. Now, some people will say, but it doesn't work like that. But actually, it does. Those that you don't know about it. And if somebody says, I want to teach you to do it, you are crying. But it's as simple as that. Look, we're in a generation where you just make money. I mean, being happy with yourself, let me put it that way. But that's just by the way. So, you see, Royal Q is, like I told us, I'm not going to use the slide the normal way, right? So pay attention to what I will share with you. Then at a point, I will apply the compounding interest to the Royal Q thing. Remember, Royal Q is a vehicle that will take us to $1 million in 12 months. And when I say $1 million, it sounds very huge to a lot of people. Okay, it's normal if you are scared. Like, but the same way we made 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 5 million, 10 million, seamlessly, that's the same way you're going to make $1 million seamlessly. Just follow the rules, follow us, okay? Be guided, because henceforth you won't be earning in naira, you'll be earning in dollars, all right? Because you are now a global citizen, okay? And you are a global citizen from the comfort of your home or your office or wherever you are in the world, okay? Internet has brought the world in a spot. So all of us are global citizens, only if you know, okay? Now, so what is Royal Q? I want to write this thing down. There is nothing again that Royal Q is except the definition I was giving for explanation. Royal Q is a robot that does trading. The trading I mean is trading. TRADING. And what it trades is cryptocurrency. Cryptocurrency is a form of digital currency. Understand that not all digital currencies are cryptocurrency. Understand that. Nigeria will launch her digital currency. Nigerian digital currency is not a cryptocurrency. You should know that. Okay? It's still a digital. So digital currency is where the world is right now. So Royal Q is a robot that trades on cryptocurrency. It buys crypto, and when the value of the crypto goes up, it sells and makes profit for you. Understand that cryptocurrencies are digital currencies and also digital assets. So they play two vital roles. They are assets, and they could also be used as a means of transaction, and that's what makes them money. Understand these two concepts. They are very critical. By assets, it means that you can buy them and hold them, and they will grow in value, okay, over time. That's why they are assets. They are money because you can actually use them to make purchases. All right, so if you understand these two concepts, you wouldn't have problem understanding cryptocurrency. The problem is that people don't know that cryptocurrencies are assets. They just think they are money. They are first of all assets before they become money. They become money when you accept that they become money. What I mean by that, if somebody says, I won't accept Bitcoin, for instance, then it is no longer money per se. So it's when some people accept it as money that it becomes money. So understand these two concepts. They are very critical, okay? And that is why there is business around it, because they are both assets and also money, means of exchange of goods and services. So what the Royal Q does is to trade on cryptocurrency. It buys it, and when the value goes up, it sells it for you. Now, the Royal Q also monitors the market. That is another thing it does excellently. If you do manual trading, you understand. You have to do the monitoring of the market yourself. You have to be on the system, look at the graph, understand the technical analysis, then also keep your ears open for fundamental analysis. Okay? But now you don't need to do that, because the robot could monitor the direction of the market, up and down movement of the market, so that when the market goes up, it sells. It comes down, it buys. It goes up, it sells. Just know that the robot does, because I'm laying this emphasis because of the experience I've had over the past 2 months, trying to make people understand, even people who have actually joined and they are trading, but they still do not understand what the robot is doing. They think the robot is manufacturing money, but we keep telling them it's trading. So please, the trading is trading, buying and selling. If you have shares in the market, if you have profit and you buy goods and sell, that's what the robot does. The difference that robot does is with cryptocurrency. I hope this is clear. All right. Now, for you to trade on cryptocurrency, you need an exchange. All right. Just like if you want to buy shares, you need to look for an exchange. Nigeria has stock exchange. New York has stock exchange. Okay. Beijing has stock exchange. Shanghai has stock exchange. Something has stock exchange. London has stock exchange. Now, in cryptocurrency, there are exchanges. People trade on exchange. You don't just trade inside your house. No, you need an exchange. Now, Royalty International is partnering with the largest exchanges in the world, and that is Binance and Kubai. These are the largest. Look, Binance is larger than Beijing and Shanghai exchange combined together. So now, so you must have an account with Binance, and you know what? To open an account with Binance is simple, free. You don't pay for that. It's free. You open it. But there is something you must do. You must do know your customer. And that's where people get angry. I asked them, why are you getting angry? I belong to a lot of groups, a lot of more than 20. And people keep like a lot of conversation today. Finance is difficult, this, that, why did they do this? And I say, no, they just have to do that because they have to protect their clientele base. They have to do that. They have to protect the interest of their customers. So they want to identify anybody using their platform to trade. Okay, so if you find it difficult to, get verified in Binance, please keep doing it. There is somebody that did for 2 months and succeeded, and his success has covered his failure. So keep doing it. Don't give up. If you want to do this business, keep doing it. Don't give up. Follow the rules. All right. So you need an exchanger. You have to register with an exchanger. Then you register with Royalty. Then you know what happens. Binance has dedicated API. Now, API is a software that allows two applications to communicate. So Binance has given Royalty International access to their API so that the royalty can bind, okay, with the Binance and communicate and be able to trade. There is something that royalty will never do when it binds to your Binance account. It can never withdraw. It does not withdraw money. It does not withdraw cryptocurrency. Okay. Secondly, it cannot transfer the assets to a third person or second person. It cannot transfer. Binance did not allow royalty to do that. Why am I saying? For you to be sure that your money is safe in your Binance account. Now, let me tell you the good news. Some of you have lost money to scams, lost money to so-called brokers, lost money to Ponzi schemes, because you heard about cryptocurrency and somebody tells you, that's like, bring your money, 1 million, I will trade for you and giving you 5% every month, whatever those promises, and you lost money. Now, this is the end of that story. You're not going to lose money again because this time around, you are in charge of your finances. Okay, you're not going to give anybody any money. Your money is in your Binance account. I mean, you should be excited about this. You're not going to lose money again. Okay, and because the robot does what we call spot trading. You can never lose. The robot can never lose your money. The robot is programmed to make profit for you. Anything apart from profit, it cannot do that. Okay, so you have to know this. You must be confident in what we are saying. You must believe us because that's the truth. All right. So when you register with Binance and register with Royalty, you verify your Binance and you are good to go. So the question is, so how much am I going to spend? What is the cost of this robot? The good news. The robot is very, very cheap. Being cheap is no longer relative. Generally speaking, the issue of cheap is cheap expensive is actually relative. But in this case, it's not relative, it's actually cheap. I'll tell you why. It's only $120 for 1 year subscription, 1 good year. 1 year subscription is cheaper than your DSTV. Yes, it's cheaper than your cable television subscription. It's cheaper. But those cable television don't pay you. They take money from you. But the robots will pay you. So $120 annually, 12 months, simply means $10 every month. Come on, that's very cheap. I'm telling you the truth, it's very, very cheap. And the meaning is less than 4 cents per day. Oh, extremely cheap. So it means you're paying 4 cents every day to the robot to pay for the day. So it's very cheap. Okay, so with $120, you subscribe for 1 video. If after 1 year you don't like the robot, please don't subscribe again. Good, no problem. But I'm telling you, by the time you see money, you will dash the money. Okay, then the next charge is they charge you on profit you make. Let me say it again. You are charged based, another charge is on the profit. So each time the robot makes profit for you, the robot takes 20% of it. That is still fair. So by implication, the robot takes 20% and gives you 80%. That is still very fair because the robot has to be maintained. And for the past 2 months I've been with this company, the engineers are working almost every week. There is an update. They are taking care of bugs, delays, they are upgrading the network. Let me be frank with you. The robot we are using now is not the robot is crazy. It's a far better robot because we have engineers on ground working on the robot, looking at it 247, make sure there is seamless service delivered. So 20% of profit is good. So if the robot does not make profit, there is no charge on you. And they call it gas fee. Okay, so that's the only thing you pay. Again. So it's a fair deal. It's a fair deal. Now, the question is, so what profit do I make? What profit can the robot make? Based on experience, the robot can make between 2, 3, 4, 5% a day profit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5%. Why is this a range? Because the market is dynamic. It's not static. Okay? Some days, like in the recent past, the market has been bearish. When we use the word bearish, we mean the market has been going down. Right? It has not been an upward trend, it's downward trend. But even at that, we still make profit. That's the good news, unlike people who do manual trading. Okay? So that's a very big advantage. People in bearish market, we still make profit. The robot will make profit for us because that is how it is designed. It makes profit both in upward trend, downward trend. Bullish, bearish market, it makes profit for you. As a matter of fact, somebody summarized it. He said, in bullish market, you make a lot of dollars. In bearish market, you make a lot of assets. That's the truth because it buys deep. And that's an asset. So that when the price starts going up, like something happened yesterday. Sorry, I will mention this. Something happened yesterday. Yesterday, market, yes, day before yesterday, the market went up and now it started coming down today. Something happened. One of the coins I was saying, I what was the name? Suddenly the market started going down. My robots started buying, buying. And suddenly it was like, imagine, the thing is bad. Come and see. Virtually every I'm not sure, but I don't want to exaggerate. But it was like every 10 minutes it sells, 10 minutes it sells, 10 minutes I was just looking at it. You should attend within let's say 1 minute or less than 60 seconds, it will sell to the 3 positions. I was really so 3 positions. I was like, wow. So that's how, even when the market was bearish, it still sells because that's how it is designed. Okay. All right. Now, so 120 USD subscription for 1 year, then your gas fee, 20% of the profit. Take note of that. And that's all. Then you start trading with a minimum of $100. Just a minimum of $100. You start trading. Okay. Then scale up to, if you decide you don't want to add anything, no problem. Good, fine. But I would always advise you, set a target for yourself. Set a target to sell with $1,000. Oh my God. Oh my God. If you are trading with $1,000, you think, you ask yourself, is it real? Are you sure this money is real? Some people keep asking, can I withdraw the money? I said, if I can't withdraw the money, how can I be wasting my time? This is a paid Zoom. I do Zoom subscription every month. So I don't withdraw, and I'm wasting my money paying for Zoom, wasting my money buying data, wasting my money educating people, talking to people. Come on, it's not possible. You withdraw anytime. Remember, you are the person controlling your account. So you don't need to ask any third person. What we are here to do is to guide you. I'm not going to register for you. No, I'm going to guide you. Do the registration yourself. You do the and know your customer yourself. You fund your account yourself. You set the trade yourself. Robot takes over. You just look at your robot and know how much you make. You withdraw yourself. Everything is yourself. That's the beauty. Now, at this point, I want to say this. I want to apply this to what I just talked about compounding interest. And this may be where I need to share something. I want to share something. Now, there is what we call the rule of 72. Rule of 72 in compounding interest. Rule of 72. When the banker was talking about, he was talking about annuity, and if you care, he was talking about interest rate, normally annual interest rate. Okay, nobody gives you monthly interest rate. Just know that no investment firm gives you monthly. Nobody does that. It is annual investment. Okay. Now, but you know what? The robot will trade and give you a profit of between 1% and 5% every day. All right. Now, let's go with the least. Let's go with the least of 1%. Let's do 5%. Let's go with the least of 1%. Least of 1% translate it to monthly interest. They're looking at 10%. So I want to work with 10%. But you know my experience. My experience is that robots will deliver more than 10%. But let's just work with 10%. Let's just work with 10%. Let's at the worst case scenario. Let's look at what happens. 10% every month. Remember, no investment firm will give you 10% every month. I said none in the world. None. None. You won't get it anywhere. I say Nigeria. Somebody think I mean in the world. Okay? Nobody will give you 10% every month. But this robot will trade for you and get minimum. In the worst case scenario, when the market is deep, 10% every month. Now, let's work with that 10%. Look at what is before you. Look at what is before you. So, assuming you are trading with, let's say, $1,000 and 1% every month, every day, that is 10% every month. At the end of 12 months, you're going to get around $2,861,000. Okay? Does it make sense? Too much sense. I'm telling you, you can't get it anywhere. If not for something I would have shown on an account I set up, right? It's 2 weeks right now, and amazing. Even with eventually the account was set up when the market started going deep, when the issue started going down. That was when the account was set up. We're already in the down market, and it keeps going down for 2 weeks right now. But if you see the result with screen, with the result, it's not even 10%. The result is around 30 to 40%. I don't know how he's doing it. It's not my business. But it's just to tell you that the robot is effective. Because within that period, it has in less than 1 month, we are getting like 50%, between 40 and 50% interest already. Less than 1 month, 2 weeks of trading. Actually, 2 weeks, 2 days. 2 weeks, 2 days of trading. They're getting 40 to 50% interest. Wow. 1 month has not ended. Now, so, but in worst case scenario, look at what will happen. Now, do you know what? I've actually done this and put it to 5 years. If you're trading $1,000 in the next 5 years, that money will be translated to $1 million. Maybe I would allow a banker to try it, maybe do it, and maybe next class on Monday, I would like him to show us what he came out with. Now, if you leave it for 10 years, now, what we mean leave, we mean don't withdraw from that account. Don't withdraw. As a matter of fact, that account I'm talking about right now, like trading, in the next 10 years, I'm not going to touch it. Yeah, I'm not going to touch it. I'm telling you the truth. Why should I touch it? There is no need for that. Okay? I want you to start practicing this. Why are we talking? People should get out of poverty. In Africa, we recycle poverty. We don't understand the power of deferred gratification. We don't understand it. We just want to eat money, want to show off, want to tell people you've arrived. You make 1 million, you blow it up tomorrow. You know what? I'm surprised. Some people have started making money. You know what they're doing? They're buying cars. I say, wow, that's interesting. It's okay, that's your problem. But that's how many times, that's how we recycle poverty in this part of the world. Look, I have read some books, just a little of books, okay, written by millionaires. All of them, I've not seen one. All of them are just, even when they're millionaires, you won't even know. Let me. One of the books I read, I won't call the name. That should be 10 years ago, and very, very, very deep. And he taught me a lot of lessons. And that was when I started thinking about business. So I do all kinds of business. He said something. He said at the time they wanted to buy a car. He told the wife, said, okay, we'll buy this car. We have money for the car, but let's not buy the car. Let's use the money, put it in an investment. Okay, let the money grow and produce money for the car. And they agreed. The wife agreed with him. You know what they did? They did it, and the money produced money. They used the money to buy the car, and the money continued the investment. The investment continued running. But you know what we do here? You get money, you use it to buy a car, and you start spending on car. But nobody is thinking of, okay, this money now, why can't I use it to double itself, then use the double to buy the car and let it continue? No, we don't think that. We just want to show up, want to tell people that we arrive, want to tell people that, me, me, the me you need to know yesterday is not the me. It's not necessary. We're talking about your future. Personally, I want to retire early. And I have just 10 years to retire right now, only 10 years. And I'm happy. I'm closing up. Okay? Retire early. In this part of the world, people lie too much. Everybody is 25 years. Look at civil servants. They don't even want to retire. If you see somebody he's 75 years, you say he's 50. So some of them are even older than them. I mean, why are you lying? It's because of poverty, you're recycling poverty. So this message has to go far and near. Is it far and near? Sorry, far and wide. People should know. All these civil servants should know about it. This is no longer a time when you depend on pension, gratuity. What is pension? I have opportunity of meeting company secretaries, directors, retired. I'm telling you. And each time I talk with them, I ask them, just when you spend 35 years, 35 years, that's when you're getting as your pension or your gratuity, whatever you call it, 35 years. Hey, if I mention the money now, some of you will scream. This is money that some people inside the market or Chanja market, Holy Ghost, what do you call it? Onitsha market, Alaba, all those markets. These guys make this money in few months. That's what somebody works for 50 something years. That's how to recycle poverty. Which other way? So we need to get this message to everybody if we need to break this cycle of poverty. We need to get it to everybody. So ask yourself, am I ready to wait for 5 years? Am I ready to wait for 10 years? Some people say, it's very fast. The truth is that if you actually want to be withdrawing your money every day, you can withdraw it. You can make $10 today and withdraw it. $10 is like how much now? At least average of 5,000. So if you want to be making 10,000 and withdraw, you can do that. But you know what? You will still be poor. By the time you have withdrawn $1,000, you will ask yourself, where is the $1,000? Because you won't see it anymore. You will not see the money. It's gone. But if you have waited a little, if you have just enjoyed a little, okay, I tell people, before I start touching my account, I think I should be trading with $10,000, so that if I trade with $10,000, you make like at least $100 before E. So trade with $10,000. You know what $10,000 plus is? It's not small money, and I'm getting close to it gradually. $10,000. Okay, trade with $10,000. You make, so if you would you finish $100? What are you doing for $100? You finish it a day. What are you doing? But in a worst case scenario, you withdraw $100 every day and finish it. But that is stupidity for anybody who wants to do that. Okay, so why am I saying this? We should understand that there is a robot that will make money for you. Okay, just like very small of us will have some robots in our house, maybe the one that washes clothes. Most of us already have the washing machine, fully automated washing machine. Put the clothes there, go and it will do clean everything dry. And I've seen an automated ironing and folding machine. I am not joking. Put it there, it will iron the clothes, fold it for you, and bring it out in like 60 seconds or less than that. A lot of automation, a lot of robots are coming up. So if we have such robots, there's also a robot that makes money, and that is what reality is all about. Now, I've talked about the trading aspect of reality. There's another aspect of reality which some of you may be interested in, and that is what we call connected economy. Right? You use the robot. You have a friend. You want to get out of poverty. You tell him about it. Royalty company will pay you for that. Does that sound interesting? All right. So maybe I need to show that screen, and I think when I show you, you can now ask our question. All right. So this is just this. This is it. This is it. All right. So, like I said, it's optional. You don't need to. It's not mandatory. Okay. But for those of us that understand what connected economy means, those of us that would like our friends to get out of poverty in the next 5 years, right? Those that want to help a lot of people, okay, get out of poverty, then you can continue to this. Okay, so this is the second way of making money with royalty. And what is that? What do you do? You talk to your friend, you view the robot and you like it, and you want your friends to get in, get them, maybe you sign up, you make money. And you can earn between $30 and $70 per referral. How does that sound? Interesting, right? For instance, you get in and register somebody right now, and you get $30. $30 is like minimum of 15,000 naira. Minimum of 15,000 naira. Remember, if you multiply it by 2, that's Nigerian minimum wage. So just think about it. Just think about it. Okay? And I think I'm done. Like I told you, tonight's meeting is not a normal meeting. It's extraordinary meeting. Okay? Extraordinary session of $1 million people. All right. Thank you very much for paying attention. You can now ask. Let's ask our questions. Let's ask our questions. All right. Yeah. Okay. Mr. Victor is raising up his hand. Victor, you are free. Unmute yourself. Then ask your question.
Yeah. Good evening, House. Good evening, House.
You can hear me? Yeah.
Good evening. Go ahead. We can hear you.
I want to make an inquiry to know. Now, for instance, now. Hello? For instance, now, I can hear you. Because presently now I have up to about 300. Making up to, using up to $1,000 will make you up to what amount averagely? That's one. Secondly, please, the bonus, the the profit we see on on Royal Q, the app itself, that is the profit we see there. Is it going straight to the Binance, or we are the one to move it to the Binance? Maybe you want to make withdraw or whatsoever, or you want to move it there, or it's dropping straight to the Binance, but you are just seeing an overview from the Royal Q app. That's what I want to know, sir. Okay. All right. The number one question is your profit. Remember, the profit is in percentage. It can never be a static number. It can never be a number percentage. So, what is the percentage of 1 to 5% of $1,000? That's what you get. Remember, I said between 1 and 5%, depending on the market. Okay. Nobody knows direction of the market tomorrow. Did people make profit today? Yes, I did. People did. And will we make tomorrow? Yes, we will. But how much? I don't know. But just know it's between 1% and 5% on average. So even if you are trading $1 million, 1% to 5%, you are trading $100, 1% to 5%. Secondly, the trading profit goes directly into your spot wallet. You don't need to move it. Let me say it again. That's why I talk about compound interest, compounding interest, because your profit goes into your capital, your principal. It goes there. It's not separate from the so automatically it compounds on itself. Okay? I think I've answered. Now, but if you are doing the referral business has nothing to do with the trading. The affiliate business has nothing to do with the trading. The connected economic business has nothing to do with the trading. The money we made in your royalty, you now have to move it to your Binance and withdraw it, or you can take it back into your capital, like a lot of other people are doing. Because I tell my team, everybody should aim to raise their trading capital to $10,000. If you have not gotten to that stage, you have not started. That is our team's objective. That's what we are working towards, so that every member of our team can raise their capital, their trading capital to $10,000. It could take you 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 1 year, 2 years. We are not interested in how long. What is important is that you're working towards that. But you know what? In 1 year, you have achieved that. If you really, except if you are withdrawing your money, you know, some people like spending money. Those of us that don't like spending money. Fidelity is still not. You want to save it, okay? I hope I have answered your question, Mr. Victor. Victor, did I answer your question? Yes, sir. But I still have one to just ask quickly, sir. Okay. Now, since you say it's going straight to the Binance, but sometimes I do observe that the total on the spot wallet, the total, sometimes it comes down below what your total is supposed to be. I don't know what is happening there. Sometimes it's just, let me explain it. It's simple. Yeah, just pay attention. If you had listened carefully to my introduction, I said that cryptocurrency is both an asset and money, both an asset and a currency. And therefore, it goes up, the value to be up, to be down. That is actually, we call it volatility, the upward and downward movement of the value. If there is no upward movement and downward, there won't be any business, it won't be here. What created the business is because of the volatility. It goes up, comes down. So assuming you buy a coin at $10 and the value comes down to $8, the value is $8. But the coin is still there. The coin is an asset. That is actually, do you understand the explanation right now? Yes, sir. Is it clear?
You understand this?
Yes, sir.
You bought a smartphone at 10,000 at let's say $100. And for any reason, they tell you that the value of the, and you are a seller, the value of the smartphone is now $80. What will you do? You keep it. You won't want to sell it at a loss. You just keep it and tell yourself somehow it will go up. And immediately you hear that the value of the smartphone is $110. You sell it immediately. Do you understand? So at that time, the value is low. That is when you look at your wallet and you feel, this thing should be going up. Why is it coming down? It is low. But if you watch, each day the market goes up, go back to your wallet, you will sell a lot of money. That's why it is an asset. Because just like you can buy a land today and you bought it at 2 million, and tomorrow you want to sell the land, they will tell you it is 1.5 million. You say, no, I can't sell it. You will wait. After 5 years, hey, you go and sell that land. People will price it at 10 million naira. You sell. What happened? The value has appreciated. It's simple. That's exactly. So if you understand that cryptocurrencies are assets, you wouldn't have that problem. They are both assets and currency. Okay? And when you are trading because it is an asset. I hope I've answered your question. Yes, sir. Thank you very much, sir. You're welcome. So the next person is Mr. David. Please, David, unmute yourself, introduce yourself, tell us where you are calling from and ask your question.
Hello, good evening to the whole house.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, this is David Doe. I'm calling from Ghana and Accra.
All right, David, you're welcome.
Thank you, sir. And God bless you for the good work you are doing. My question is, can the robot stay for a month without making any profits? Because actually I've registered a few weeks ago, about 3 weeks ago. I just want to give it a try, So I started with a few capital of $200. But then the boat actually traded for, I think, 1 week to make a profit, about total profit of about $10 or so. But I think from the second week up to now, it has not recorded any profit. So I just want to ask if it can stay for that longer period without making any profit.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
All right. I think your question also contains the answer. Because from your experience, that stayed almost 1 month, no profit. So it can. All right. But there are a lot of factors. Today is not a technical class. So you know what? I will answer it briefly, but I want you to come to class tomorrow. Tomorrow is technical class, so that I will take time and explain things. Is that okay? But just know that ignorantly, your boat can actually stay 1 year without making a dime. It is not because the boat is not ready. There are a lot of factors. One of the factors could be the setting you are using, actually, because it's what you tell the robot to do, that's what it will do for you. Number 2 factor is market. But you know what? Even when market is down, if you have a good setting, there's no way you will make profit in 1 month. It's not possible, actually. Number 3 factor is capital. Now, you said there's a capital you mentioned right now. Let me be frank with you. I told you of an account I started last 2 weeks. I started an account with less than $200. That account is trading even as I'm talking to you right now, even in this call. So the major problem could be from your settings, okay? Your settings. One thing that some of us have done, we did it because, or we are doing it because we see ourselves as leaders. So if we need to lead people, we need to go ahead of them. At times, make mistakes, learn from the mistakes so that we can teach people. So personally, I have done a lot of research on the robot. Look, I have done a lot. I'm not trying to boast, but that's the truth. Even if I don't tell you, I've done a lot in robots. personally decided to take some risk, not because of me. It is convenient for me to just set up the robot and forget about it. And it's just, that's all. But I decided not to do it because I see myself as a leader. I see myself as leading people. So I need to teach. So I've done some experiment with robots. Even when I was doing some, I know I would lose money doing them, but because I wanted to lead people. So tomorrow, I want you to join the meeting. During the technical session, you will see, you will discover by yourself where you make the mistake by yourself. Okay? I want to believe for now, I've answered this question. At least till tomorrow.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. David. All right. You're welcome. All right. Do we have any other questions? Any other questions? Any other questions? Please raise your hand and ask your question now based on what we thought. I thought today. Remember tomorrow, let me just use it as an example. Tomorrow is our technical training. Today is not training. I didn't do training today. Enlighten us. But tomorrow is training, technical. Please try and join us. We'll share the link. And it's full time. We'll share the link. Okay? So that join. So please don't forget tomorrow. Tomorrow is technical training. Okay. So do we have questions? Do we have questions? Do we have questions? All right. In the absence of any question, I would like one of my business partners in the house, Mr. Victor. Mr. Victor, please. Just say something to the house.
Yeah, good evening, everybody. I want to especially thank you all for being part of the call. I want to also especially thank Mr. Obidigbo for an amazing presentation tonight. I'm not going to say much. However, you found the link to join this call tonight. You just need to talk to the person that posted the link and then get started immediately. You don't need money to get started immediately. You need to set up to get started. And then to set up is free of charge. Get the Royal Q link and get registered. It's free of charge. So get your free Royal Q account. Get a Binance link as well, or Huobi link, and get registered on Binance or Huobi. And then do your KYC, know your customer. You will need a driver's license, a voter's card, or an international passport. Or you can get the ID card that comes from your NIN. That is for Nigerians. This is for Nigerians, but of course, people from international community cannot use their driver's license or voter's card. So get yourself set up, all right? And then look for the money and get started. You don't need to have the money right now to get started. You can get yourself registered immediately. We'll drop this call, get the link and get registered, and let us grow together. Royal Q is going to be on every person's phone. Even our grandmothers will be using Royal Q because it is so easy to make money on autopilot. You don't need so much knowledge about trading and what have you. All right, you don't need to keep your 1 million, 2 million, 5 million naira in your account. It is devaluing every day. Every day that passes by, it is devaluing. When I started Royal Q, $1 to naira was 498 naira. But as I speak to you right now, $1 to naira is 580 naira, and we have been informed that it's going to be 900 naira per dollar before the end of this year. So if you're not earning in dollars right now, man, I don't know what you're doing. So set up right now and continue to get the knowledge. Of course, we will continue to be here to guide everyone, so we can grow together as a team. So thank you to everyone, and God bless you. Tomorrow is technical training. We'll all still convene and we'll do justice to some technical aspects of the business. So thank you so much. Have a good night and God bless you. Over to you, sir.
Thank you very much, Mr. Victor. That was very awesome. Mr. Titus, you're raising up your hand. Mr. Titus, you can talk.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
I'm calling from Kaduna, Jaji, Nigeria. My own question is it's just simple because I've not done anything though. Rather, I've registered Royal Q and Binance also, but I've not put in any money. I've not put in any money yet. So, but I want to ask a question. You know, it's very, very good and very important also for one to engage himself or engage in himself in business, any business that he knows about, or to have a knowledge of it first. So the question is this. Now, this Royal Q, you know, I'm surprised about the robot. How's it going to be? How's it going to be trading? You know, sometimes when you trade a forex trading, then sometimes you see yourself, you see yourself losing. The money will be going down, 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 down. At the end of everything, now you have to put in another money. So how is it going to be that this robot will be trading for you without losing the money, losing the capital? What I mean. So I am still finding it so difficult that robot will be trading for you.
Let me explain it, sir. You have gotten the question. Robot, we are talking about spot trading. I don't know your knowledge of cryptocurrency trading. Forex is speculative trade. There is no asset. You're not buying any asset. You're just speculating. You are diving into the future with hope of making profit. It's just like you are prophesying into the future. It will come to not. That's not what we do in crypto trading, especially spot trading. So I want to give you an assignment tonight. I want you to do and go and find out what is spot trading in cryptocurrency. What is spot trading? And if you're able to know what spot trading is, your question has been answered. It's a simple thing. Okay, so we are not talking about forex trading here. Okay, you are doing spot trading and nobody loses in spot trading. It's a simple thing. It's simple. You don't start hacking your brain. I didn't develop spot trading. Spot trading has been there before I went into cryptocurrency trading. Okay. So
okay. Okay.
So I'm giving you homework. When you come tomorrow, I'll remind you what you discover spot trading is. Google it. Type, can I lose money in spot trading? What is spot trading? How is it done? Just ask those questions. You know, it's not a pity. It's public domain. Okay.
Yeah. You are right, but any of this, I have no knowledge on it yourself. Somebody just introduced me on this, so I say, okay, I want to make a trial, but let me just get a little knowledge of it first before I put in any money. So that's why I'm asking that question. If it is something that I'm favorable, because we have engaging ourselves in a different kind of internet business and all of that. Then all of a sudden I just saw this. So I said, let me just follow up. It's like, it looked as if it will be real. So I'm getting some knowledge here.
It is not, it will be. It is okay. Not, it will be. If you believe that there is a car that can drive you without you controlling the steering, if you believe in that, just believe there is a robot that can make money for you. Even if you don't believe in a car, it doesn't make that car not exist. It's already existing in Dubai. I am not joking. It's existing in Dubai. Very soon, I think 2025 or thereabouts, there will be manless cars all over Dubai, both public transportation. They're already working on it. So I mean, we are in an era. We are in a tech era. That is, there are things that cannot be imagined that could happen right now. I'm being frank with you. So anybody who could believe in technology but doesn't believe in a robot that makes money for him, I think the person has a problem. He's living in the past. I mean, there's nothing I can say about that. All right. So, do we have any other person that has any question? All right. I think we tried tonight. We really tried. I appreciate everyone that came. I appreciate all the people that asked questions, the people that listened. Please, if you have not registered right now, go back to the person that invited you to this meeting and start the process. Register with OYC. It takes less than 5 minutes. Register with Binance. Maybe tomorrow you can now do the registration. Except where you are, you have enough life, but many a times doing it indoors is not always very helpful. So begin the process, and by tomorrow, make sure before our technical session tomorrow, you have already started training. It's interesting, I'm telling you. Okay. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful night rest. Bye, everyone.